Alrighty, welcome back, straight back into the action. It's going to be Sprout GG versus Ignis on Ancient. Second match. Sprout spanked to Ignis quite hard. Now we go into this one. Let's see if they're going to be able to bring it back or not. Moonwalk going to be rushing on through. This is going to be Ignis's map pick. Let's see if they can do any damage. His life and the absolute beast hit 29 for 8. Well, 29 for 9 rather than last match. Let's see if he's going to be able to do the same on this one. Zella's going to be the first one going over the kill. It's going to be Alpha going in for the follow-up as well. Moonwalk going to get absolutely destroyed. But meanwhile, Olymp, he was able to get the bomb down. On the other side of the map, they were not ready for that one. Next time, holding in towards mid is going to be able to be a fantastic distraction. But now they know where the one of the 3 players is. And straight away, Zyphon just, he's on another level right now. It just hits the headshot, but it's going to be Olymp with a double kill. Absolutely beautiful. SNX from the side angle as well. He's going to be trying his best, but going to get killed before he can achieve anything. Olymp on site, he finds the damage, but not the kill. Good attempt, though, from him, but the rest of his teammates unable to do any real damage there.
Ooh, down to the wire there. Just about a second left to get that defuse off. Perfect timing, of course, as always. I do find it very funny that Alpha, who took the first chunk of damage at the start of the round, I can't remember who took the shot, as Ignis were running through mid towards Donut, but one stray bullet claps Alpha, and there's no way he knew he hit that shot, but Alpha's running around with like 20 HP, trying to survive, and actually manages to live to the end of the round. Nice little double kill as well for Olymp. That gives that teeny little bit of extra cash for them. And of course, with the bomb plant, it means it's going to be a nice, healthy force. SNX opting not to go for an SMG, but rather to have the deagle and have that little bit of utility available. Let's see if it works out for them.
He's going to be coming through. Zella's going to be able to find one. He's going to be burning alive down to 4 HP, but it's going to be Alpha helping him out. Staying alive. That bomb going down. Haven't spent all their money here. It's going to be absolutely disappointing if they're unable to get a single kill. Still 2 players left alive, and Olymp was able to find the first 2 kills off the last round. Let's see if he can do it again. No, he's denied. Finds one, but that's going to be all she wrote with SNX. Going to be able to find one. A couple of... no, they don't actually pick up the AKs in time. Missed out on those upgrades.
Second round on the board, though, so not terribly upset with that one. Not too bad from Ignis, because, of course, doing damage to that bonus will definitely stead them, or put them in good stead. Assuming they can start bringing rounds back. Of course, this one's going to be just some of those upgraded pistols again. The force in the previous round not culminating in a bomb plant means very, very little into this one, and Sprout looking to extend that lead.
Oh, Spray's going to be coming through. So there's going to be able to find one, but going to absolutely get it destroyed. Yellow just pushes in. I like the explosiveness for these pistols, but it's just not meant to be. They're somehow staying alive. 12 HP, 3 kills. Solid round. Lots of money in the bank for them. Going to be all spent, though, aside from Lal.
The reactions from Sprout to very quickly respond to a call out, respond to gunfire, respond to whatever the case, to instantly start those rotations and just collapse in on Ignis. Ignis have struggled to find footing here because every time they turn around, there's another Sprout player waiting for them.
With Ignis pushing up towards Red Room, just pushing through the smoke, not care in the world. They're trying their best. We also have Olymp exploring over towards A main at the moment. He's got a teammate pushing over towards him. Footsteps may well have been heard, but it doesn't matter now. Utilities began pushed in. Zyphon's going to have to hold this, but his teammate's going to be here. It's going to be Alpha. They're going to go in for the double peak. The trade comes through next time. Fools, but managed to get that initial kill. It's going to be fantastic. And Casey, he's in CT. He finds one. Zella going in for the trade. The flash comes out. Never mind. He's dropped SNX. Camping around the corner there. What a good execution, actually, coming out from the side, Ignis. It's not too late. This is only the 4th round. Moonwalk. He's going to have to contend with 2 players. There's going to be peeking and creeping around the corner. Hits the headshot as well, winning that duel. A little bit dangerously, especially with SNX, who's now going to be pulling out the AWP, but it's going to be Olim coming around the side, going to be able to find one. May not expect a secondary player to come here who could catch both of these players off guard. They're in perfect position.
No.
He has to take the shots. He doesn't know he's waiting. He knows there's got to be more players. He now knows where both of them are. He finds one. Now he has to go in for the defuse, and pros don't fake. He has a molly. If he'd used that, he might have just been able to get that defuse off, but unable to think fast enough. He gets the kill, but does end up dying.
I genuinely do appreciate the attempt there, the patience, because if you take that shot onto the AWPer, you are going to get traded. You don't know for 100% sure that there's an extra player behind that box, but you suspect, and if there is, which there was, taking that shot means you die. So you have to play that a little bit more patiently, and he does manage to get both kills. He does manage to take both of those guns away and put a severe dent in the Ignis economy, but it means he's unable to try and clutch out that round. Timing was just that little bit off there. So well played to Ignis to maintain control and get themselves around on the board here. And of course, Sprout looking a little bit worse for wear economically. But into this next round, I mean, both teams on a massive knife's edge here.
Again, same sort of push up mid in towards the red room here. Uncontested, which I'm not too surprised about. Sprout just going to have to play off it. Make sure they're aware that this is going to be the play they're likely to do. Do have Alpha peeking in, but he's just too slow to the bat there. That should be an expected situation. But now, A site is pretty much there, as they know there's probably likely a player maybe in Donut or over towards A main, so they're going to be clearing now. SNX is going to be close towards CT spawn. He's going to be able to find one going for the spray. Finds a couple, but not the final one there. CSGO with the AWP finds the kill. Gets the trade-off, but he's going to have to run away.
Unfortunately, that's the only call to make. As mentioned, the economy is going to be completely busted at the end of this one. If CSGO can get one more kill here, there we go. Excellent damage done here to Ignis. Once again, winning out that round means they are going to be fine. But if Sprout can get one round, Ignis are going to be in serious trouble in terms of their cash. But unfortunately, with this having been a force of sorts from Sprout, obviously into the next round, it's probably just going to be upgraded pistols. We might actually see a tied up scoreline at the end of this round. In fact, it's more than likely, and this is a great opportunity for Ignis to start taking some of that control. You know, we've been seeing Ancient has started to swing a little bit more to the T side. It has been very, very CT sided, but it's starting to balance itself out a little bit more. So we can't count Ignis out just yet.
Which is good. We want a good matchup here. Last one, we didn't really see as much of these two teams as we may well have wished. It's not too late. Execution, this time over towards B. They're using a lot of utility there. They're going to be able to push on the side. It's going to be Stair with the pistol, sitting behind the smoke at the moment, waiting. CSGO's going to be spotted out by a couple of players. Push it through. Not going to get a chance to shoot. Stair, come on! He was so close! One shot away from being able to get that kill. That was so close. It's going to be an AK picked up. The spray through the wall is going to be coming through, but it's going to be Olim taking down Alpha. CSGO pushes on with the AWP in hand. You have to be careful. You don't want to lose these two weapons. Oh, the spray back as well. CSGO's going to be down to low HP. They're going to be looking to try and take him down. That's exactly what they're going to be able to do. Casey looking to go for the second one kill as well. Not going to happen. AWP is recovered, and now Zyphon is going to run away. 5-2 on the board for him at the moment. Really, you know, good round from them. Good round from Ignis, aside from the fact they did actually lose a lot of players. And Moonwalk at the moment, he's struggling a bit.
Yeah, I think for Sprout in particular, that was a really good round for them to be able to get so many kills at the end of it. And it's an important one for Ignis to win. And of course, they're going to want to keep these last two players. Oh, no. SNX just wasn't far enough away from the bomb. That is an unnecessary gun thrown away. And while they can still buy in, you can't afford to get cocky. You can't afford to start making those mistakes now. And of course, that could cause them some suffering down the line. Sprout going to be able to reinvest here. And that could just be the opening that they need. If they can win this round, then as mentioned, no cash left here for Ignis. And of course, that'll put Sprout back into the leading position again. But Ignis, they want to finally take a lead. want to finally carve themselves an entrance into this half.
Pushing over towards the A site. They should definitely be able to try and pick this up, but Moonwalk, he's burned straight down to 13 HP. Zyphon in towards Temple, looking to try and hold this angle. May well be able to catch one of the players off guard. Finds one. LauNX onto one as well, but it's going to be a clapback with Olymp going to be able to find one. So, like, AWP in hand at the moment, going up against the 13 HP. He's going to overkill, and that's 400 odd damage done to a player with 13 HP. Brutal. The trade does come out eventually, though. With Olymp going to be able to find one, and through the smoke as well. Olymp, calm down. He's going to be going in for a triple. Oh my god, what an absolute beast. Oh, Olymp, that was a quadruple even. Couldn't quite find the ace.
No.
Casey's the last one left alive, goes in for the spray, doesn't quite find it, but it doesn't matter. He's done the job. Him and Olymp there.
That is an awful ending to that round for Sprout. It all just fell apart. They start that round so strong. They have such a firm grasp of it. They do like 1 billion damage to Ignis just off of utility in the first few seconds of the round. And I'm like, yeah, at this point, it's cleanup. All they have to do is push out and get those last few kills, stop that bomb from being planted. Yeah, should be doable. Apparently not, as they let that entire round slip away. Bomb goes down, and not only that, it manages to explode as well because Sprout just lose control of the round.
Absolutely brutal, and it's going to be starting off spicy as LauNX is going to be going down. AWP is re-picked up by XELLOW, but he doesn't get a chance to shoot it off. He goes straight down, unable to contend the AKs of the opposition. And then pushing up these pistols inside of Sprout, not looking too good. Ignis having the round advantage now. It's in on 4-3. This is their map pick. On a map will be Vertigo. If you get to it, Alpha's going to get flashed out. He's going to have to go in for the kill, but the red room is no longer his. He loses it. As Olymp's able to push on through. Finds one. It's going to be from behind though. It's going to be Zyphon. The trade. Quick and fast. Last player's there. He's still over towards B at the moment. Best opportunity here is to do damage, and unfortunately unable to even accomplish that.
Moonwalk's having a rough day at the office. He was doing all right on Overpass, but as you pointed out in the previous round, having a bit of a slower, bit of a tougher time here. Not quite able to get any real value. That being said, the rest of the team, I mean, Olymp in particular has really picked up some of that slack, has been performing incredibly well, and has been incredibly clutch as well. There've been a couple of rounds that they probably wouldn't have been able to win if not for some of his heroics.
Zyphon going to be peeking down. See how he trying to find anything, but it's going to be stabbed with the first initial kill. The spray comes through onto SNX, who's going to be down to 7 HP. We've barely started this round. Moonwalk, he's now 007. At least 07. 8. That's going to be hit. That's going to go well. XELLOW chucks out a flash. It's going to be potentially slowing them down for a couple of seconds. Allows them to get into a counter position. That AWP shot was so close. Going to be missing the mark as the bomb is getting planted by Olymp. Obviously not the player I'd want to be planting the bomb, but no less. He does get it down. The trade's going to be coming out thick and fast. So Zyphon gets that kill down to Casey. Olymp with the bomb down. He has to try and reposition himself. And SNX coming out from behind. He misses a shot. And then he just stops spraying. He gives up. Could be the reason they end up losing this round. The utility's coming through, looking to smoke off this A main position. Next time with the molly. Going to be chucking out, getting boosted up as well. This is actually going to be working pretty good for them. He's going to be in position. He's going in for the spray, but Zyphon's there. Boosted. Self-boosted even. Going to be able to find that one. Next time. Hanging around, staying alive, but unable to clutch that out.
Much better round from Sprout. I was a little bit concerned because A-site has seemed to be a little bit of a problem in their defenses for a few rounds here where they've just kind of let it slip away from them. But this time around, they managed to fortify things a lot better. And yes, they do allow that plant to come through, and it does give a little bit of extra cash to Ignis that kind of bails them out of a potentially very difficult spot. They still would have been okay, but for long term, it's definitely necessary to have that on board. But for Sprout to come through with 4 players left alive at the end of that one, that is a massive boon for them. It means that the reinvest into this round is minimal, and that's really important because obviously they have to rebuy in for Alpha, which is going to put Lawn down on $0. So they're still in a tight spot. So if they lost more players in that round, this round would have looked much more difficult to succumb or overcome rather. But looks like they might just be in with a chance here, and if they can keep up those clean rounds, we may yet see them regain some control.
Zyphon's going to be playing rather aggressive down mid. They don't want Red Room taken again. Suffered from that, but over towards the other side, B side, we've got Moonwalk looking to try and find his first kill. No, denied. He tried, bless him. Zello with his AWP finds one, but the trade comes out rather quickly with Olymp, the star of his side, looking to try and get the bomb down. Next time with AWP, going to be sitting there on Overwatch. As the Nex is found, this means it's going to be 2-on-4 situation with next time. He's playing aggressive. He spotted out Alpha. He's got the patience. That's really what this is about. Olymp at the moment being let down by his teammates. He's having to try and claw everything together by himself with Casey on the sidelines and SNX. Let's do it off his side. Looking to try and get the bomb down. Next time with AWP, going to be sitting there on Overwatch. As the Nex is found, this means it's going to be 2-on-4 situation with next time. He's playing aggressive. He spotted out Alpha. He's got the patience. That's really what this is about. Olymp at the moment being let down by his teammates. He's having to try and claw everything together by himself with Casey on the sidelines and SNX. Let's do some decent work, but next time, Moonwalk, they've just been nowhere to be seen. Yeah, I didn't expect too much from this. You can't. When the bomb's planted like it was, and you don't get those early kills into that 1v4, it just wasn't going to happen.
Another really good round from Sprout, honestly. 4 players left alive again at the end of that one, starting to build up into that cash a little bit more, and the little bit of a buffer that the bomb plants had given to Ignis is starting to reach its kind of the end of its line here, as it's going to be mostly Tech9's 1 AK, and of course they're going to hand that over to Olymp because he has been phenomenal. Let's see if he can get a couple of kills off the back of this one. We'll see if that Tech9 rush actually has the rush in it.
They are doing a good job of rushing, but unfortunately for them, so Zyphon, he comes in with a double. It's going to be SNX looking to try and find one here, pushing this AWP player. Should be able to find this. There you go, in the back. Alpha's going to be going in for the trade. I don't think he'll spot it out, so the kill comes through. That's going to be round, but good damage. They managed to find 2 kills there.
What a ridiculous round! The smoke, the Sprout player pushing through, and he gets the tail end of the 4-man push through Donut. Bomb gets dropped. The 2 players that have rushed through have continued on to site without the bomb. And they just run into the waiting arms of the rest of the Sprout players. Oh, that was the worst possible way that round could have started for Ignis. To be fair, they were on pistols. They do actually get a lot done considering that, but it was so rough to watch.
Come on, we're going to be doing better than that. That's going to happen. Olymp, as soon as he goes down early on, you know that's not going to be good for you, Zello. Fantastic kill there down mid as well. I think that was onto Casey, if I'm right in saying he goes down. Next time, Moonwalk. The 2 players that honestly need to be picking up for their team. Okay, that's just not fair. Just a random tap through, and then a nade as well. Moonwalk, he's just getting battered left, right, and center. He might find his first kill. There we go!
Yeah!
He doesn't clutch it, but that doesn't matter because that was a 1v5 in an impossible situation, and he is off to some kind of start.
Small victories, 1 in 10.
I feel brutal about it for bullying a little bit, but honestly, like, you deserve it.
Considering his performance on the previous map, we would be remiss if we didn't point it out, because this is obscene. He really should be performing better, and he's struggling to find any sort of value here. But Sprout, off the back of some very shaky rounds, again, we're starting to see that really solid control, that really solid ability to respond and react to what's happening across the map, and it's really doing so much for them.
Zyphon, he's in a perfect position. They may not check. Okay, no, never mind. It's Olymp. Of course he's going to check it. But over towards the other side, B side is going to be Lau. Looking to find this. Perfect sprays with Stair coming in from the sideline. Going to be able to come. Why is the kill to Zello as well? They're just deconstructing everything that Ignis means. 5 rounds. It'd be quite poetic if we end up seeing them only getting those 5 rounds. Similar to obviously Overpass, but I don't know. Sprout, good start from them. This isn't their map pick, but they know it well. You can see some decent counter strats and going in for the retakes here.
Yeah, shame, Tom. That round was over before it even began. There was no casting there. It was guns go pew pew pew.
Yeah, pretty much. It was just, I mean, CSLLNX was just like, yeah, okay, cool. GG on that round. Good spray from him, though. One of the more notable players on his team, Zyphon, giving a solid run for his money. 15-6 already. XELLOW goes down, unable to contend with next time. He's coming alive a little bit here. Finds that initial kill. Good opener. Alpha's going to have to swing around the corner, but unfortunately for him, his head is found. Casey. As well, it's going to delay the push here, but it's going to be inevitable with CSLLNX. It's going to be able to find a kill as well. Through the smoke, no less. Boost could work for them. Right, 2 bullets left in that magazine at the moment. Ooh, man comes through. Doesn't really achieve too much. Pushes the play off guard, but it's going to be Zyphon from this ramp position, along with his teammates. Going to be able to find a multiple. It's going to be Olymp, the hero. Finds one. Can't quite find the triple he needed. The pressure on top of him there to try and do that was absolutely huge. And that's going to be the 9th round of the board, Sam, as we go into the final round of the half.
Looking like we could have that 10-5 again that we saw over on Overpass. Sprout have looked so much more in control. That round definitely looked a little bit more touch and go, but I think that push up from B main definitely makes a huge difference there. And of course, the fact that he's able to get a kill and that forces the swing from back towards the back of site. And as that swing comes through, the 2 players that are waiting just off site are able to get that crossfire going. So it was really, really well set up and executed.
I was going to be playing aggressive. He's not even challenged. He's going to be able to find a double, even a triple. It's going to be SNX who falls through his gun last. Now, Olymp and Moonwalk, last 2 players left alive, and Olymp's the real hero here. He has to do something, but he's going to be absolutely deleted off the server. Sprout, they're definitely coming up fantastic so far in this first half. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back for the second half in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back. 10-5, having a spot of deja vu here as Sprout have a very, very dominant lead into this second map, but a very early kerfuffle.
Hey, that's what I used last. Let's see if they're going to be able to carry this on. Next time he's coming through, but it's going to be SNX with 2 of his own. Now XELLOW looking a little bit yellow. Hey, see if he is going to be able to turn around and find a couple of kills here for himself. He finds one, bless him, and somehow it's Moonwalk who gets his second kill of the match so far, sitting at 2-13 at the moment. But you know what? Next time he's on 3-13, so he's not that far off.
Maybe second half is where they activate. Maybe that's what happens there. Maybe. No bomb plant, no cash, no guns. That's pretty much how that works. Sprout, very, very tight spot here. Still have a very strong lead, so not too concerned just yet. And that pistol round, well, it went as pistol rounds like to go.
Oh, XELLOW with the headshot going to be coming through. Got it for the second one as well. Double Quandigs. What you want to be seeing that. Moonwalk. Meanwhile, of that MB9 is it going to be good enough, though it's going to be next time as well. A1. Olymp has an MB9, but gun for the situation. Moonwalk's being spotted. He gets deleted by a Glock, a running Glock, no less. Next time he tries his best, but well, his name is kind of a bit of a giveaway. He's going to have to do better next time. Alpha, smoke down, pushes up in towards Red Room. What were you going to say?
You hurt me.
Well, Olymp, he has a chance. I think he could still do this. Takes down the first player. That's going to be at least a decent mark. That's going to be the bomb holder, but he's going to be pushing blindly through the smoke. Hang on. That's illegal.
That whole round was illegal, Tom.
Yeah.
4 kills. Illegal. Yeah, 4 kills with pistols.
A running Glock as well on a fully armored player was definitely something to behold.
Look, you have to give credit to those players for having the skill to hit those shots. You cannot take that away. But Ignis, what was going on? Where were your reactions? You know, what was the reaction time there? Where was the response? Where was the teamwork? You're just allowing your players to peek out 1-for-1 and get decimated by pistols. Very, very questionable moment there for the Serpens team. And of course, they lose so much of that weaponry that just gets handed over to Sprout. Sprout come through into this round with so much free weaponry. Sure, they're going to invest into 2 AKs to just round it out a little bit more, but for the most part, they're sitting pretty.
Yeah, looking pretty good. You know, MP9s galore. I love it. It's not often we see 3 MP9s on the T side. SNX is going to have to back off it. It's going to be the deagle in his hands. That's going to be looking to burn them away. Now, pushing on through. It's going to be the fire that kills one of them. Very close. He's going to have to reload. A little bit slow on the weapon switch there. Casey with the deagle peeking in. He's got the angle down, but the timing might be a little bit off for him. Oh, yeah. Predicted. A little bit unfortunate. Can't be helped. He's going to get flashed to absolute hell, high heaven here. He's going to have to sit on these benches, wait for them to come to him. He goes over the spray with the deagle. Doesn't quite work out. The Olymp as well is going to be falling far too short. Unable to find the kill. Zyphon was tanked down heavily. SNX, he goes over the sprays. Going to find damage, but not the kill. Moonwalk. Of course it's Moonwalk. He's been in this situation multiple times. Oh, it's an MP9 from a distance. He turns around, gets one shot off, but that is 3 kills across the MP9s. So that's an extra $1,800 just injected into their economy.
SNX trying to spray with a deagle was something to behold. It was certainly something. And again, we're seeing some of that impatience coming through. Previously, it was Sprout on Overpass who was showing a little bit of impatience, but eventually managed to rein it back in. Now it feels like Ignis, you know, when you're caught in a tight spot, you know, you need to try and make something happen, and you do start doing silly things. And
come on, USB in hand. Good job from them. Oh no, not like this. SNX as well is going to be able to find one, but he's going to get traded off. Lau's going to be pushing on through. Going to be able to find a couple of his own as well, but it's going to be Zyphon and himself. Doing a good job there. We're not cleaning up house. Lots of money in the bank. Now Ignis are coming into this next round, Sam. They have to pull it back here.
There was another 4 MP9 kills in that round.
Yeah.
That
I
is
mean, Zyphon's on
ridiculous.
12k.
It's unreal how much cash they have now. And bearing in mind, they didn't even buy the MP9s. They picked them up off of Ignis's dead bodies during the
Real estate.
pistol. Free real estate, boys. And it's just paid off. I don't know, man. I didn't know it was a buyer's market, but there you go. It's worked out so well. Now they have so much cash. They are so flush. And Ignis, yes, they are going to pull a force out of here. And it's going to be rough. You got 2 players that don't have headgear. You're missing a lot of utility across the board. And you also realize that you have to make miracles happen now. Because losing this round is okay, sure, you're at max loss bonus, so there's a little bit of cash to play with, but you're teetering dangerously on the edge and dangerously close to match and series points.
Reminder for anyone just joining us, this is Ignis's map pick. Oh, Zyphon coming through, and Zyphon is the one you guys want to watch as well. He's been absolutely on fire. Him and Olymp. Obviously, Olymp's on the other side, but Zyphon, he's on 23 kills already. He hit 29 kills at the end of last game. Casey, he spotted out Zyphon. This is big. If he can find this trade back, it could be a potential change for them in the market here.
Ooh.
And going in, it's going to be Moonwalk. Just hold that angle, takes down Stair. Alpha going over the trade, can't quite manage it. The bomb picked up. He's going to be down to CSGO. If he can try and find a kill here as he enters on, it could be a game changer. But no, they're going to get destroyed as SNX finds one, gets a lot of damage, and is going to help Casey finish him off there. Great round. 7th round on the board here for this team. They're still ways behind, but there's a chance.
Well, thank God for MP9s, because Sprout still has more money than they currently know what to do with. So they're not too stressed coming into this one. But that's a solid round from Ignis. Much better map control. Excellent flushing as well. You see them start to push out from the A site, slowly get those kills, and then move in towards B. And so at that point, they know that the Sprout players cannot possibly be anywhere else and overrun the last 2 players. Much better performance there.
Well, coming out, SNX is going to get burned alive all the way down to 31 HP. That is brutal. He was far too slow on that draw. SNX, he pushes on through as well. He's going to get taken down. Moonwalk is going to be able to find one, but the trade comes out very fast. Casey jumping up, trying to look down. It's T-Alley. Zello, he's already on over towards A, his teammate in tow as well. They have got the bomb on them, so they might just be able to try and get the bomb down. Olymp did trigger that sound of getting burnt alive. I don't know if they could hear it. AWP in the hands of the next time. He has not been very good with that AWP so far today, especially on this map. Let's wait and see if he's actually able to hit anything when he pulls the trigger. I do see Sprout slow down the gameplay. Oh. And that's why. Try and bait them out. Gens comes to you. We're going to be seeing utility used, but it's going to be Casey. Oh, no, not like this. Again. Ignis, they're too nervous. They're getting into their own heads. And it's left Sprout to just be able to run around the map. Willy-nilly, like, they don't care. It's all good for them. This could be their 14th round. It should be. 18 seconds to plant the bomb. That's more than enough. And the last player left alive is going to be next time with an AWP in his hands. And pretty much probably the thought process is, well, I've managed to get 3 kills. Do you think I can get 4 kills in a single round with an AWP in my hands? Probably not.
Yeah. I think the save is the call here. And I think you're right about the nerves, right? Because Sprout play that so well. So you got 2 players kind of posturing over towards A. And there's 2 Ignis players who actually have the A site on lock. You have Olymp and Donut, and you have another player closer towards the CT spawn. And Sprout play it so slowly. They send Zyphon over towards mid, and I was worried about that position because there's 2 players watching that. And I'm like, if you peek here, you are probably going to die. But he holds a further back angle, and because it's taking so long for anything to happen, Ignis get in their own heads. And they start rotating over towards that B site. And then Zyphon gets that kill over in mid, and at that point, the last 2 players left alive for Ignis are already over towards B. So it's a completely free A site. Sprout play that very, very well. Ignis getting a little bit too overthinking things a little bit too much, I think. And unfortunately, it costs them another round. And now, yes, you know, they managed to get a bit of cash for themselves previously, but knocked back down to very low loss streak bonus means into this round, there's very, very limited cash. 1 MP9 and, okay, couple of upgraded pistols, but realistically, we should be staring down match point by the end of this one.
Imagine so, but let's see if they can change it up. It's going to be Casey with one, going in for the second one as well. Absolutely beautiful scenes, but Zyphon's going to be here looking to try and clean up house. Finds one, but they're not going to be hard peeking him here. They know better. Never mind. Scratch that. Next time, goes in for the peek, gets information, a little bit of damage, and we were looking down the barrel of that round. It could still be the case. Alpha is going in for the backstab, finds a kill. Zyphon, he's able to take it. Players down. He turns around. His spider senses were tingling.
Look at his KD, Tom.
Oh my god, 27-8. He's denied the next kill though, and now it's a one-on-one. Alpha versus SNX. SNX is actually on 11-21, not too great, but Alpha's on 11-14, so they've kind of been, you know, almost equal on this. Alpha, who's been top fragging for this this team over the last couple of matches today, hasn't really been able to shine as bright as we may have wanted to see him. See if you can make up for that now. The bomb is in the hands of SNX. Peeking around the corner, the headshot's missed. He held the angle very well there. SNX picking up that round. 8th round on the board. And they keep away that knife for another round.
I think Zyphon ended the last map on 29-8 or 28-9 or something like that. And he's just doing it again. Okay, he has slightly more deaths this time around, but he's been exceptional. It's just unreal what this player has brought to the table so consistently. And Olymp, as well as he's been playing Moonwalker next time, it has to be said, they have not pulled their weight on this map. They have not been awake. And it's come down to some of these hero plays once again just to keep them afloat.
Almost going to be a headshot there from Casey, but Zyphon stays alive, still Glil in his hand. Zello with an AWP, going to be holding and waiting for. Play to peek down in towards this mid position. Casey's still just playing a little bit more sensibly. SNX pushing in towards the tunnel's position. Casey, you have to be so careful. Next time does take down Zyphon. That's a big kill. He's been an absolute beast for his team. But to be honest, the rest of his team are also now doing absolutely absurd levels as well. Pushing over towards the B site. Molly and smoke. Good denial from Ignis and Casey's going to be up behind them. He catches Stair off guard, upgrade to his gun, and now there's going to be 3 of them in the same position. The wallbang's coming through. It doesn't quite work. And over towards CT, it's going to be a frag from Lau, and that Molly does a lot of damage, but not going to be killed. It's going to be followed up by Moon, who does finish off Zello. Coming up from behind is going to be a couple of players. Alpha finds one. It's not going to quite expect another one. It's going to be Moonwalk, though, coming in from this position. Able to find one, that boosted spot, but Lau unable to do it, and all of a sudden, Ignis. This is a different team. Moonwalk was able to find 2 kills in that round.
Yeah, well, called them out, and they started to show some signs of life again. Next time got one for himself as well. So definitely a bit of a step up, and a much needed step up as well. Fair enough, Sprout do manage to do a ton of damage to Ignis and really chip away at some of that economy. But look at Sprout's economy at this point, right? It's a very, very broken buy. Mac 10 and a Deagle to complement the 3 rifles that they've got available. Limited utility as well. Ignis very much have the upper hand here. And in with a fighting chance of starting to close this out, particularly with that opening kill. That is nasty.
Okay. Yeah, that... I don't even really know what to say about that. Through the smoke. Casey doing absolutely fantastic work there. 9 rounds on the board. Alpha's going to be pushing up, looking to try and find this trade-off. It's not going to happen, though. Just holding the right angles just wasn't fast enough to react whatsoever. Over towards the A site. It's going to be where we're going to be seeing the potentially final action. Casey holding this angle. He's already done so well this round. Now he's trying to find any information. He just missed seeing their head there. Casey's able to go in for the traders. His teammate does fall. William's dead, but now they're going to be able to collapse in on this side. The guns are not really there for this side. Zello is able to pick up the gun, finds one, but it's going to be with the Deagle even. Peeks out with the AK, finds one. I'll find more as the kill from SNX does come through. Good save from Ignis there.
Again, another expensive round. Sprout trying to keep things as close as possible, and bearing in mind they had a very broken buy into that. But no bomb plant, so coming into this with next to nothing really. So it's just going to be upgraded pistols. Thankfully, they came into this half with such a large lead that they had some wiggle room. So being down on pistols now isn't the end of the world just yet, but they are running out of time to retake control.
You almost have to think that they kind of had the mindset of, oh, let's just get this over with.
Yeah.
And they might have forced it a little bit too much. Pushing on, they've got pistols. They might be able to find a couple of kills here, but they are going to be absolutely destroying the end. Zelo's going to be able to find one, going in for the second one as well, but the trade's going to be coming out thick and fast. Moonwalk. Unfortunately, the P250 is going to be too much for him. The bomb doesn't get planted, but the damage is done. Still a lot of money in the bank here for Ignis, but you have to think if they full die in this one, they're going to be suffering into the next SNX. He's got 7.2k in the bank, but that's going to be spent.
And what's also concerning about exactly that point is that if Sprout win this round, it's match point.
Oh, God.
Like, Ignis cannot afford to make a single misstep now. Every single round from here is going to be incredibly important. And Sprout, well, they also understand that they can't really afford to concede more rounds at this point. They're forced into this. And if they lose this round, sure, it's going to be a decent loss streak, but you're still not going to be at peak performance. So they need to make this comeback.
They don't even have to lose this round to screw themselves over. They just lose multiple players. It's going to be terrible, but they're going to be able to find multiple kills. Next time, going in for the double SNX with one of his own. Zyphon and Lau able to find one kill each as well, but it's not going to be enough. All of a sudden, Ignis looking very tasty to be able to try and take this one away. If they can collapse in and keep these two players here, that will be pretty much game over. He's going to be going in blind here. Flash unfortunately affecting him more than it did them. Alpha, it's his time to shine. He trusts that he's the real alpha. But just like that whole meme about alphas and stuff, it's not actually true, and he's unable to follow through.
That team flash was the worst thing that could have happened, because if that flash connects the way it's supposed to, then they're probably in a 2v2. And one of those players is on a mission towards mid. So it is absolutely doable in a pseudo 2-on-1 scenario to get that bomb down and potentially clutch out that round. But instead, you have a player on your own team getting blinded, and it's as he swings out. So he gets caught out in the cross. And Ignis do secure themselves yet another round. It's another expensive one for them, but because they've won quite a few of them, they're not feeling the pressure as heavily as they were previously. However, the pressure is still there. But Sprout back down onto upgraded pistols. I mean, I almost have to wonder, could this be an overtime map here? Could we maybe even get to Vertigo as Ignis show no signs of slowing down?
Love to see it. If Ignis can bring this back, you know, spicy. Vertigo would be great. The pistols unable to do as much damage as they have done previously. Next time it's going to get burned alive, down to 1 HP. How is he alive? A single flash could take him down. SNX, he's going to sit in the fire himself as well. Trying to find these kills. They just want it over with. They don't want to go further. And Moonwalk, he's caught off guard whilst reloading. SNX does get the trade-off. Was it worth it? Who knows? The bomb is out of commission. Sprout, they know they kind of just needed to play there in towards that position. If they're able to take over the CT, they would have had the round. And Zello, he has done some fantastic work with the Deagle, but not this time round. So we're looking at 13th round on the board here for Ignis Sam. And that overtime or third map potential is just getting ever closer. Zyphon peeking around this corner. He is at such a disadvantage. Yeah. Didn't expect anything from it. Good round from Ignis. Losing only one player.
Well, you consider that this came in at a 10-5 half. I mean, the 8 rounds that Ignis have managed to string together here, obviously not consecutive, but they've done a really good job. Sprout have only won 4 rounds in this half. So even though they're at a lead, they've won half the number of rounds here that Ignis have, at least in the second. So this has been really, really impressive from Ignis' CT side. They've kept a finger on the pulse. They've kept control, but it's a full buy in here for Sprout. And again, looking to try and wedge a gap for themselves.
anything. But all he finds is a bullet to the dome as Casey. He's going to find that kill. It's not the start of the round you want if you're Sprout. Been trying to take this mid control. They were doing pretty good at it, but it seems like Ignis were able to read into what they were doing. Smoke goes down. Hold on to this position is great, but they need to make sure they don't get hyper-focused on this one position. SNX, Moonwalk, now Olymp over towards the B site, setting themselves up, ready and waiting. Ignis are dedicating themselves very much to this site. They obviously still have a player over towards Donut and one holding down that site. It's going to be next time. Sprout just trying to find any information they can read onto. Flashing towards mid with the smoke in towards red room. Trying to give themselves a little bit more presence elsewhere on the map rather than focusing on the place they're actually looking to push. There, denied this position, burnt alive for 25 damage. Zyphon pushing in towards Donut, finds the kill. This is the play they need. They know he's the big hitter, and it's going to be next time taking him down. Honestly, that's such a high impact kill. Heals the distractor. Was it enough? It may well have been. The site is potentially open for them to go in for business, but SNX, he's in there clutch. Zello trying to find the bomb plant, but he's going to get burnt alive and eventually shot down as Olymp comes in. Ignis, I don't understand where they were for the rest of this match, but they're coming alive finally into this half. 14-14, Sam, and now if you're Sprout, what do you do?
Yeah, this has been so much better. I will say, okay, there you go. Pause coming through. I was like, surely this is where we take a bit of a timeout and Sprout start to discuss what on earth has gone wrong. Ignis have started to look a lot more in control. We're seeing better map awareness from them as well. And I hate saying things like this, but they're starting to hit their shots a lot more. Moonwalker next time have started to show up a little bit more. Look, they're not great. They're the only players still on single digits, but we're starting to see a little bit more out of them in this half, and it is making a difference. When you've got one player left alive and you see that it's Moonwalk, it's less of like, oh man, and it's more of like, okay, he can maybe do this. Like it's possible. And when you have that change in perspective, suddenly the whole vibe starts to feel a lot better. And after winning so many of these rounds, bringing it so close, Ignis must be feeling awesome.
Big props to them. And although Moonwalker next time is still a little below on the kills, they've actually had some really impactful kills. Olymp, Casey, and SNX pretty much on the same scoreline here. Casey just leading the impact, but I think Olymp was pretty much the man who brought in the change for his team. Alpha's going to be pushing in from Sprout, trying to find something here in towards Jaguar, but what he's met with is a wall of smoke. We're not playing Counter-Strike 2 just yet. You can't just shoot through that and see everything. Oh, talking about shooting through stuff. That does get headshot through the wall. Next time in towards Donut, he's going to get burned alive. He has to back off. No, that molly was actually for the back of Donut, so he's able to stay there, smoke it down, hold on to it still. Zyphon in towards red room, trying to find some kind of information here. Olymp with the molly going to deny them this push, but that actually gives them a lot of information itself as well. Now they've got him his position up there. His teammates have to try and push in towards the tunnels here, but death straight off the bat. It's not going to be looking good. Lau as well going down. This is just absolutely brutal. Ignis picking this team apart, trying to bring it through to Vertigo. No, Zyphon does go down. He was the clutch player there. Potentially now they have to push off against his player towards Donut, and the shots come through from every way, but not from the Sprout way. 15th round on the board from the unlikely underdogs here, Ignis.
That was such a good round across the board for utility. It really felt like there was a lot of pressure being put on from Ignis, constantly slowing Sprout down, denying a lot of space, and some really good angles held as well. So as soon as a player decides to try and peek out, you're instantly able to see them as they push through and, of course, get that spray down. Pre-fires from Sprout haven't been fantastic, so they're not able to hit those crucial, impactful shots. And now we find ourselves on map point, but it's Ignis who are looking to drive this one home. So a very big force here, of course, from Sprout. And, losing Zyphon so early.
Oh, they're going to be pushing on, though. We could see potential overtime as Casey falls Moonwalk down as well. So many players dead. SNX is going to have to go for the wall bank, but maybe even just push through the smoke. What are you doing? He put his gun away. Stair Now, Olymp, next time, last two
Oh my
players left
God.
alive. The spray comes through. Olymp, he kills 2 players. Now it's Alpha. The latest addition to this roster. He has to try and clutch this out. He finds one. Now going for the second one. He's going to be able to get sprayed down. We are going to overtime here, Sam. You love to see it.
Not that round. That round got my blood pressure up very
Yeah, I mean,
unnecessarily.
my hands were on my head. They were like, you know, swinging around. Definitely a little bit wild.
Like, I am currently like wrapped in a blanket, like Southern Hemisphere, okay, it's cold. I'm wrapped in a blanket, I'm cuddled up, like I'm comfy as hell, and I was about to jump out of my seat and just throw all of that like comfiness out the window, okay? That was far more stressful than it needed to be. That double kill coming through from B main because 2 players are just not looking there because the communication is just not where it needs to be. Woo!
Absolutely brutal. Well, we are waiting for the match to start back into the the first overtime. What am I talking about? But yeah, I mean, Sprout, like, honestly, they should have shut this down a lot earlier on. I mentioned it during the broadcast that it was almost as if they had it's kind of just, it's something that happens quite often that we see is that, oh, let's just get it over with. When they were,
Yeah.
they had such a big lead and they were looking so good. And honestly, they kind of just pantsed Ignis over on overpass and really just showed them how to actually play that map. Then you come on over to this one, and they obviously had a lot of confidence. Won the first one 16-5 without losing a single round on their CT side. So they were definitely feeling it. But Ignis, I'm trying to remember when they actually started bringing it back properly. I mean, it was in the first half.
The thing that I found interesting, so I went to have a look at the stats for Sprout on Ancient, and honestly, they're not very good. They're like 41% win rates over 17 games played. So it's a pretty decent data pool. But then you look at some of the teams that they've played against, right? Fours, Fnatic, Nine, Cloud9, Falcons. I mean, these are some really, really big names that they've played against on this map. So sure, they haven't had the best win rate, but I looked at that and I thought, okay, maybe I'll bring this up. Maybe I'll say, oh, we're going on to Ancient and they haven't got the best win rate. And then I looked at the teams that they played and I was like, maybe it's less relevant given that they're coming up against a less winning team. I don't know how to put that without sounding awful. But it seems that no, Ancient is just a little bit of a sore spot for them. They allowed a lot of momentum to slip away from them very unnecessarily, and it cost them dearly. They haven't lost just yet, as we said, right? Going into overtime here, so there still is a chance to try and drive this one home. But yeah, a little bit of a concerning result so far.
Yeah, and I think the way you maybe could word that is less experienced teams, because
There you go. Thank you.
that is what it is. This, like, Ignis are a young team. Their average
Yeah.
age of, like, what was it, 21? I said, which is just nuts. Like, they are a group of I'm not going to say kids because I'll definitely sound like a boomer, but they
They're
are very
kids.
young. They still got to go into this, and some of the players obviously can be kind of been playing for, sadly, most of their life if they played when CSGO came out, which is just nuts considering how old the game is now.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're the side of Sprout, they're a lot older. I think yeah, towards the late 20s for majority of them, at least mid 20s. And they've been playing for quite a while. They've got a decent amount of experience under their belt. LauNX as well, especially, has been in Sprout for quite a long time. Yeah, in all likelihood, obviously going against Falcons, they're not the best team. Obviously, even when they did have Python and MBK, or not MBK, still on there, but Kenny S before he
Yeah.
retired, they were still super lackluster. There's a reason why Kenny S was retiring. It wasn't just because of, obviously, it's his time, but it was also because he just couldn't find the right team or the right sort of push on that front, and whatever else reasons he wanted to use. But yeah, Falcons were just, pooing in bed. They couldn't do anything. They were just all over the place. So maybe, you can't really use them as like a more experienced team compared to some others. But either way, Ignis, do you think they're going to be able to bring it back in overtime here?
I think it's definitely doable purely because of the fact that they get to start on CT for their overtime. And CT is their stronger half. So if they can push it to match point or map point again, then they only need to win one round on T side, which is doable. I think it would be difficult, but we know that they can do it. They did manage to do it previously. So one round is all it would take if they can get a flawless run through the first half of this overtime. That being said, I think that Sprout, they've had a little bit of a break now. They've had a moment to collect their thoughts. They've had a moment to maybe think about how Ignis have been running the CT side and possibly start thinking about ways to deal with that. And if they can stop Ignis from getting that runaway in this first half, if they can stop Ignis, maybe get them 1 or 2 rounds short of that match point, then when we swap sides, that could be it. That could be GG, and that could be Sprout taking it all the way. So it's very dependent, I think, on how this first half is going to go.
Yeah, and obviously last map will be will be on Vertigo. But let's see if we're going to get there as we dive into the first overtime. 15-15. It's going to be a spicy one here. See who can get 4 rounds on the board here. Ignis or Sprout.
All right, Ignis. This is their chance to really shine. These rounds so important. I'm gonna open it up with a nice little bit of damage onto Zyphon. And hopefully they can follow that up.
No kills super fast off the bat. Initial damage, like I mentioned. First 19, CSGO starts it off spicily. Moonwalk's going to go down next time with that AWP. He's going to be backing up his teammate. SNX is going to be pushing down. CSGO, he's just holding that pixel angle at the moment. Super dangerous to be doing that, but honestly, it's also a lot safer. It allows a lot more of a push from Ignis to be coming here. And he has got the bombs to keep that in mind. Now, push on down. Switched out his gun for his knife there quickly. That's a bad move. The push is going to be coming through, but no! Headshot comes out! But SNX, he hasn't got the AK. And this is why, if your CT is a lot more dangerous to push. Next time, AWP in hand. Facing up against StaehrH's gun in a couple of moments, I'd imagine. Casey's going to be there to try and help them. Olim's over towards A side at the moment, trying to battle without, not Alpha, sorry, what am I saying? Zyphon. Next time, he's going to get smoked off. Casey's going to be perfect position to catch him off guard, but the flash comes through. He has to look away. Next time through the side of the smoke, gets the kill. And this gap for Casey is huge. He should be able to peek out, spots out the player, gets the kill as well. Now he can back off. 3v3, bomber is down. Time is ticking. But hey, Zyphon, he's so far away. Is he going to be able to get there in time? That's the real clutch of it. Alpha's going to be on the sideline at the moment. It's in this position. The shot comes through. 1 kill does manage to land, but the trade going to be thick and fast as well. Zyphon's now been spotted. He does the damage, but not the kill. Alpha, now the last one left alive, has to go for the spray, but he's aiming at the wrong spot. He has to look behind him, gets the kill, but unfortunately can't find the kill. Pulls out the M4, peeking on through. He's still going to be able to get the kill because there was no kit on next time. Why did he not have a kit? Oh, wait, no, he might have had a kit and looked up briefly.
Yeah,
He had a kit, yeah. I was mistaken there. He looked up off it, expecting the push. It's a fair play to him.
Oh, that was so ridiculously close. And the worst part of it is that they had such good control. They had so many good kills. And because Zyphon is in Narnia, and the problem is that he could have actually rotated in time, but a beautiful Molotov comes through that slows him down and stops him from being able to push through. So he can't get into position in time, and Sprout lose so many players, but they do manage to bring it in.
It's an important round, but they've still got to get another 3. On this half and 1 on the next. You can just look at to try and deny this. This is going to be Zyphon with 1, but the trade comes in. Olim gets tagged down heavy. Alpha gets unarmed. Smoke's going to be coming through. It doesn't matter though. Hang on, SNX. You were not meant to be able to get that kill. There's going to be holding this push from Olymp. Not fully aware that he's there, but you should have a decent idea that obviously losing mid there means that they're going to have full reign to be able to do what they want. CSGO falling off that player is a little bit of a waste of time. Not the end of the world. Peeking here. Might just be able to find Moonwalk, who sitting towards that back position. They're sneaking on to site at the moment, waiting to see if he can find any kind of kills, any player to make any kind of mistake. But it's going to be SNX backing his way over the wards. Position Ollie might well just force him back
Oh
outwards a bit, but no, he misses him. It's going to be having to be Stair who finds the kill, but Moonwalk jumps on out, but he's going to be completely blinded. He's still going to be able to find Zello. Now Stair, last player left alive in a 1v2. This is possible, but no, Olympus in such a good position. They push up against each other. Stair's going to be the first one to realize. Now next time. Last one left alive, and Stair's just had his position given away, so next time he's going to be able to hold on to this angle.
Oh!
And just wait, but hang on! Okay, Ferrari peeks it.
What the hell was that? No ways, that was unreal. That shot was ridiculous. The angle is being held, and the crouch Ferrari swing headshot to clutch the round. Fair play. Fair play to Sprout. They're struggling to keep the rounds clean, but you know what? All that matters is that they're winning the round 17 to 15, yeah! And Zyphon's gonna get that first kill to open it up, and the worst part is that that's Olymp off the board.
Next, taking down Alpha as well. Stair's going to be coming through. Again, the trade-off, but at what cost? Moonwalk. Still alive. Olymp and SNX being down is absolutely brutal, especially with next time. This is not looking good. The final round of this first half. On overtime, Moonwalk, he's going to be walking straight out to his death and demise. Still staying alive somehow. I'm not quite sure how they're dancing around here. Moonwalk finally committed to the bit. Runs on through, gets the kill now. Now he's going to be able to just jump through the fire flames and gets the kill. Smoke bounces off. Casey's going to be in a good position. He's going to be good for one, and he managed to escape with his life. Flash is going to be coming out through as well. Zello in position to try and get the bomb down. Kill comes through. The spray through the smoke. It's so close. AK's picked up. He has to dedicate to try and get this bomb down, I think. At least try and bait out this player. He doesn't know where he's going, so he can't actually quite dedicate onto it. The spray, the snap as well. Zyphon rather, absolutely beautiful. 32 kills on the board. That's the first half of overtime done.
And that's devastating for Ignis, because we said they needed to get to that map point situation in that CT side, which was the side that they'd been doing so well on. And unfortunately, it's Sprout who've got themselves to map point and series point to boot. I don't know how Ignis come back from this. Their T side was so lackluster previously, and sure, they were able to get 5 rounds off the back of it. Oh man, sorry, that swing peak just played on stream. It was so tasty. It was so good. But yeah, I mean, this is such a dire position for Ignis to be in. They needed those rounds to come through, and I don't know. I don't know if I have faith that they can bring this back. I think this is where Sprout finally dig their heels in and take it home.
You'd imagine so, but after seeing what happened before, like I'm I've definitely got my concerns, and we'll have to wait and see. Ignis, they've got some stars on the horizon here, but you can't deny Zyphon's just been an absolute beast today, really carrying his team forward. Zello misses that all-important shot, and it's going to cost them potentially. No, Alpha, he picks up 2, maybe even a triple. He does, runs out of bullets, backs away, and yet Zello, he's there to hold the angle, gets the kill. Perfect team play. Molly comes out, but this should be round. GG, well played. Sprout, absolutely fantastic performance here on this map, bringing it back. And Ignis as well. They did a fantastic comeback to be able to take it to overtime. But in the end, it was Alpha, who is someone we called out for being someone to watch, because they've done really well in the past couple of matches they played. That is Sprout.